Hello? Hello?
Mississippi Department of Corrections.
Yes, ma'am. Can I speak with the Commissioner's Office?
This is the Commissioner's Office, sir. How can we help you?
I was calling to speak to somebody about the Delta Correctional Facility. I've got a friend in there. I don't want to actually disclose that person's name because they're afraid of retaliation if that were to happen. But they do not have any type of ILAP designated program over there. She said that the woman sometimes will come by on a Friday. There's no ILAP box. I know because I'm very well knowledgeable in the legal field when it comes to that. It's in y'all's policy, and it's a constitutional right that is being infringed upon with that. And something needs to be done. She said there's no box so people can put things in advance. There's no grievance procedure for...
Hold just a moment. This is the switchboard. Hold.
Well, that's why I asked for the commissioner. Jesus, you said it was the commissioner's office. Waste my time.
I'm sorry, extension number 60135955622 is on the phone. You've reached voicemail.
Department of Corrections.
Yes, ma'am. So here's how we're going to do it now. I asked for the commissioner's office. You could have told me that you could have sent me there, but you said you were the commissioner's office. And I go through that long spiel to find out I wasted my time. So this is Don Matthews with No, listen to me. Listen to me. I'm with We the People News. I'm with We the People News, and I'm going to run an article on this. If Darrell Kane does not get on the phone with me or call me back before 5 o'clock, I'm going to run an article. Yes, ma'am. Who am I speaking with?
This is Commissioner Kane's office. How can I help you?
I know. I asked who I was speaking with. I just had a very unpleasant conversation on the phone. Who am I speaking with?
Who'd you have an unpleasant conversation with?
So you can't say who this is with the commissioner's office?
This is the commissioner's office. I don't give you my name.
All right. Sure. Well, this is Don Matthews with We the People News. I'm actually preparing and run a story on something that's happening at the Delta Correctional Facility. And then the indifference that I was just showed on the phone by the lady at who picked up the phone, I asked for the commissioner's office. And you know what she told me? She said, this is the commissioner's office. So I go through the spill on everything that happened just for her at the end to cut me off and say, I need to send you to the commissioner's office. I'm just so she wasted my time.
I'm sorry to hear that. Are you a news reporter, Dan?
I sure am. I'm an investigative journalist. And I was calling, actually, because I've got reports at the Delta Correctional Facility that their ILAP procedure is completely broken, that a lady will come by, and it's not even every Friday. It's just occasionally. He said there's no box to put ILAP forms in. There's no way. There's not even a box for them to drop a grievance on guards. It's something that has to basically get turned into a guard. There's no mailbox for them to drop mail in. They give the mail to the guard at nighttime. I don't know if that's, honestly, I don't know about the mail. That may be all right if that's y'all's procedure. But well, I know the ILAP, I know that's a constitutional right. I know that's a prisoner's right to have access. And I know that y'all actually have it codified in a policy.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to send you to our communication.
You're cutting in and out. What did you say?
Yeah, because I can barely hear you. It looks like you're driving in a car. I'm going to send you to our communication person that sits across from me. She's the one that's going to be able to, I can't really comment on it. Hold on.
No, listen. I wasn't calling asking you for comment. I was calling to report an issue.
Yeah,
and I would like to know that the commissioner's office is looking into that, because that's something that...
I'm going to have them look into the ILAP procedure over at Delta Correctional. It's not being done properly. I wrote it down already, so I will highlight it.
Right. And that's what I wanted to hear. Okay, that's what the people need to hear, is that y'all are going to look into that problem and not just ignore it.
I don't know if it's an issue or not, but I will have someone look into it.
And like I said, the mail and reporting a grievance. No, and she specifically told me that there was no specific guard. She's never had any issues over there. But she also doesn't want to be retaliated against for reporting something. She's missed ILAP basically every time.
So the ILAP procedure, there's no box. They have to hand it to an actual correctional officer. Is that what you're saying? And they're the ones that have to deliver. Okay, that's what you're hearing.
Right. What there should be, and this is something that
I don't
should
know.
Be at every.
I will have them look into
right.
it. Like I said, I don't know.
But all I was saying is they should have just clearly marked boxes. That's the easiest thing to make sure that if an inmate needs to actually fill something out, request ILAP, any type of request like that, ARP, that they can grab a form, and if it's something that they were reporting that they wanted to be confidential, well, now they're having to go up to a guard and ask for it instead of they could have grabbed the sheet because it was in a box. All the money y'all pull in, y'all can't afford boxes at the unit.
I can't comment on it. I don't know what's happening with the ILAP procedure out there. I have to have someone look into it.
All right.
Actually, that's what I did. I'm going to have someone look into it because I'm sitting in.
I got it.
I can't see what's going on at Delta. Correct?
No, I get it. You're more or less turning it political from the standpoint of looking at it. You're having to defend. I'm not asking you to defend. I'm not putting you on any kind of. I'm not pointing any.
I'm going to hand it off to somebody that will actually be looking into it.
I want to talk to Burl Kane.
He's not in the office right now.
Well, that's the thing. I would sure love to talk. Talking to Burl Kane would definitely put this issue to rest.
I'll pass him the message that you want to speak to him, but he's not in the office right now. But I wrote your number down. If he wants to speak to you, he'll call you back. But in the meantime, I will have this issue looked into and make sure that everything is done to protocol.
All right, sounds good.
All right.
Thank you. Bye.
Good afternoon, I'm Don Matthews with We the People News. And today, I'm going to tell you about a phone call that exposed the rot at the heart of Mississippi's prison system. Not the kind of rot you can smell. Not the kind that makes headlines when prisoners die from neglect, though that happens too. This is a different kind of decay. The constitutional kind. The kind that happens when the people we trust to run our prisons decide that prisoner rights are negotiable, optional, inconvenient. On October 22nd at 3:38 in the afternoon, I made 2 phone calls to the Mississippi Department of Corrections. By 3:41, I had recorded evidence of exactly how a government office protects itself when confronted with constitutional violations it doesn't want to fix. What you're going to hear isn't just bureaucratic incompetence. It's the sound of a system that is learned through practice, through repetition, through years of getting away with it. How to look like it's doing something while doing absolutely nothing. This is the story of a missing box. A simple metal box that costs maybe $50 and takes 20 minutes to install. And how the absence of that box enables abuse, silences victims, and makes the Constitution disappear behind prison walls. Let me set the scene for you. I've been investigating conditions at the Delta Correctional Facility for weeks. Multiple sources, consistent stories, and one problem that kept coming up. Prisoners at Delta have no way to file grievances confidentially, no way to request legal help without a guard watching, no way to report abuse without handing the complaint directly to the people they're complaining about. That's not a minor administrative issue. That's a constitutional violation. The Supreme Court said so in 1977 in Bounds v. Smith. Prisoners retain the right to access the courts. And in 1994, in Farmer v. Brennan, prison officials can't be deliberately indifferent to known risk of serious harm. So I picked up the phone and I called the Commissioner's Office. Got a woman who said, "This is the Commissioner's Office, sir. How can we help you?" And I told her everything. The missing boxes, the broken procedures, the fear of retaliation. I laid it out, point by point. Legal citations, policy references. I know this stuff. I've done this work. I understand what constitutional compliance looks like. I spoke for over a minute. Detailed, specific, verifiable. And when I finished, you know what she said? "Just a moment. This is a switchboard. Hold. And then, I need to send you to the Commissioner's office." I was already talking to the Commissioner's office. She had told me explicitly, "This is the Commissioner's office." And after listening to documented constitutional violations for over a minute, her response was to send me to the Commissioner's office. I said what anyone would say. "Jesus, you said it was the Commissioner's office. Waste of my time." And that's where the first call ended. Routed to voicemail. A detailed report of systematic constitutional violations delivered to the appropriate office, acknowledged, and redirected into bureaucratic void. That's when I understood something. This wasn't confusion. This wasn't some receptionist having a bad day. This was the system, working exactly as designed. Absorb the complaint. Acknowledge just enough to seem responsive. Then make sure it never reaches anyone with the authority or the willingness to do anything about it. I called back. 3 minutes later, 3:41 p.m. But this time, I changed the script. So this is Don Matthews with We the People News. I'm going to run an article on this. If Burl Cain, the commissioner, doesn't get on the phone with me or call me back before 5 o'clock, I'm going to run an article. Watch what happens when you add accountability to the equation. The same office that had just routed me to voicemail suddenly started engaging. Not warmly, not enthusiastically, but substantively. Because now there was a deadline. Now there was public exposure. Now there were consequences. The woman asked, "Are you a news reporter, Don?" Not, "What's the problem?" Not, "Tell me more about these allegations." But, "Are you a news reporter?" That's threat assessment. That's an institution calculating what level of response is required. And folks, that calculation tells you everything about what motivates government action. Not the severity of the constitutional violation, not the urgency of the problem, but the potential for public embarrassment. I told her again, everything. The missing ILAP boxes, that's Inmate Legal Assistance Program. The absent grievance boxes. The mail system, where prisoners have to hand everything directly to guards. The fear of retaliation so pervasive that even people who haven't personally experienced problems are afraid to speak up. And this time, I got a different response. what I'm going to do is I'm going to send you to our communications department. Of course. Because when you have